Hey, Mike. Last night you had said that you thought you guys did some good things. I assume you'll probably come out of this game feeling even more so like that. But how do you keep these guys feeling good about the good things they're doing when the results just aren't matching, maybe what you're doing out there?
Yeah, that's the challenging part, Charlie, to be honest with you. Obviously we all have our pride, and losing sucks. There's no other way around it. So it's difficult because you see the effort that was put in tonight, the way that guys were blocking shots, paying a price for each other. Felt like a lot of the areas of our team game were really strong. We didn't come up with that win, and so obviously that's what we take out of this one. That's what that me and the staff have to do right now is make sure that we stay focused, motivated, handle it the right way. It's adversity, it's difficult, but seeing progress in our game, and it's hard to sit here when you're on a losing streak like this and feel good about progress, but we have no other choice. We have to just make sure that we keep getting better.
Follow up, Charlie.
Yeah, I guess, obviously you guys had a 10-game losing streak earlier this year. How does this one feel different than the last one to you?
I don't know, Charlie. You know what? Honestly, they both suck. It's like I said, we're competitors. We're here to win hockey games, and so it doesn't feel good when you lose. And again, I actually tonight I feel bad for there was some tremendous efforts out there, but we'll just come back tomorrow, and we're being tested right now, and we have no other choice but to just keep coming back with a great attitude and keep coming back, trying to get better. And you know what, we can't give in. We have to just make sure we find a way. If we have to be 2% better next game, then we'll do that.
Jordan Hall, you're on with Coach. Go ahead.
Hey, Mike. Speaking of effort, what can you just say about Justin Braun? It just seemed like he laid it all out there. Yeah,
you could say this night after night without even watching that game. It's sort of the same script with Bronner. He's an absolute warrior. You know what? He's a guy that lays it on the line, whether it's the way that he goes back to take hits, to make plays, to relieve pressure. The way that he puts the team first in his approach to the game and how he defends, or obviously the way he puts the team first, the way you see him block that shot. He's a guy that the guys have a ton of respect for because of the way he plays the game.
Sam Carchidi, you're on with Coach. Go ahead. Sam, you with us?
Yeah, I'm here. Did you have a chance to talk to the team after the game, and what do you say to them after a tough loss, after playing so hard and probably playing your best game in a week?
Yeah, well, you know what, I like last night I took the approach of going in and saying, you know what, we have to be better, and we have to, find a way to be better. And it's going to take character to play this game. And I thought the guys responded unbelievably. So today, instead of talking to the group, I'm just going to go around and talk to individuals. And, I think we have to recognize what the picture is starting to look like of when we're playing our game. I feel like the players are getting a sense of it, starting to build confidence in it. Obviously we don't have that confidence and swagger that, when I don't know, when there's certain points when the other team's pushing, we have to be able to handle that, and we have to be able to push back. We haven't built that yet, but I think that there are a lot of other things that we can feel good about. And so that'll be some individual conversations.
We'll do two more. Ariel Melendez, you're on with Coach. Go ahead.
Hey, Mike, you talked earlier today about, some of the younger guys getting kind of a bigger chance now with some of the injuries you guys have faced. We've talked a lot about a guy like Cam York, but especially, in this opportunity, he's getting power play time, penalty kill time. In that regard, what have you seen from him kind of in those moments?
Well, I've seen a guy that, kind of what you're looking for with all these young guys is obviously they've got the skill package. That could be their skating, that could be their playmaking ability, it could be, their defensive ability. But what you really want to see also is, a little bit of an attitude, a little bit of a swagger that the kid knows that he's good and wants to show that he belongs. I get that sense with Yorkie. The games that we put him in, these are tough opponents, and they make the game hard on you. And the way he's both defending and executing and doing it with confidence, he can have a shift that's maybe not the greatest, but the way that he's able to go back out there the next shift and get back to that level that he was at before, those are really good signs for us going forward.
Last question, Anthony Sanfilippo. You're on with Coach. Go ahead.
Hey, Mike, you've been around the game for a long time. So when a team is struggling and puts out an effort like they put out tonight and still doesn't get rewarded, it could obviously go one of two ways. In your experience, what goes along the, I guess, that fine line to make it go the right way as opposed to going the wrong way? Like, geez, we played the best game we could possibly play and we still didn't get rewarded.
Yeah, well, you know what? I think, Anthony, that we could have gone that way today, to be honest with you. Because we felt pretty good about the game that we played last game and we weren't able to come away with any points. We thought we did some good things and we know that we can be better. Tonight obviously was a little bit more. I'd say, the easiest way to fix it is when you have leadership like we did today. It could be the way that G played the game, and I can go through the list. We had a number of guys, Cam, you see him blocking 3 shots, Bronner. I don't think anybody else has a choice but to follow along. So we'll keep leaning on those guys. Those guys are setting a tremendous example of how you deal with adversity. You have to face it head on, and there's no other way of dealing with it. And so we'll lean on those guys to continue that.